Good morning everyone. I hope you are doing well today. And for this video, we will explore the different secondary data sources available on the internet. This is free and open source. And of course, at the end of this video, you are able to access the different secondary data and of course familiarize with the different data hubs, repositories, and databases. And of course, you are able to master the basic operation of on how to acquire secondary data, display it on the QGIS, and of course to set the different symbologies. So to start, we will tackle first the XYZ tiles in the QGIS. So of course, XYZ tiles are repositories of different base map. So this can be accessed through QGIS as a built-in feature, and of course we just need to open a blank project, and of course we need to locate the browser panel. If you have it display your browser panel, you just have to right click on this side and then click browser panel, and then of course under the XYZ tiles there are some of the default base map based on the pre-installed XYZ tiles. So to install the different XYZ tiles provided in the exercise, so we need to add the different XYZ tiles using this URLs. Okay, so to add new XYZ tiles, so you just need to right click, new connection, and then copy the name from the exercise roadmap, and then paste, and then you copy the URL. Be sure to check the available spaces. So if has a space, you just need to delete. Okay, and then you click OK, and then of course the new link will be added in your list. So you just need to repeat the same process for Google Terrain. Okay, and then new connection as well as the link. Okay, copy link, and then check if there is a space, and then you remove and then click OK. So the newly added URL will be shown in the list. Okay, roadmap, terrain, satellite, and others. So to display the XYZ tiles, so you just need to double click the link. Say for example for Google Satellite, so you just need to click, and then of course you need to have internet connection. So if you don't have a preloaded vector data or shapefile, it will display the whole world map. But if we can add some of the data, say for example using the boundary, I believe from exercise 2 or something. Okay, shapefile, and then we just need to zoom to layer. Okay, so this will be the image of Google Satellite, and then we can try Google Hybrid. Okay, hybrid, OpenStreetMap, and among others. So we just need to have internet connection. So these are some of the examples of the base map using XYZ tiles. Okay, and then next we will proceed with WMS. So we will access the WMS layer. This WMS layer is a web mapping services which contain a data that can be accessed through a network. Same process with WMS, but this is more likely on local context. Okay, so we can access the uPortal PH and the Dreamlipad. Okay, so to add this link, we need to proceed to WMS, and then new connection, name, so same process, name Portal PH, and then use the link, then we paste the link, then click OK. So the newly added WMS connection will be shown. So uPortal PH, and then you click drop down arrow, and then there's some sort of loading the network or the data within. We can also add the another link which is from Dreamlipad. Okay, and then you copy the WMS link. Okay, so drop down. Okay, so if we check the data of the field LiDAR 1, okay, so they are different. So we will check the Manupali. We will check the Manupali LM. We have Manupali here. Manu Matina. Oh. Manolo voltage. Manolo. So this is the sample for Manolo voltage, and then we will try with Magsaysay. Okay, so this is the Magsaysay. Okay, Magsaysay. So if we open the Google Satellite, so this is the flood map of Magsaysay in 25 years. Okay, aside from that, this is the Dreamlipad. We will access the GeoPortal PH, and then these are the different data. So when we access the contour or something, for the flood susceptibility, we'll check flood susceptibility. Okay, so this is the flood susceptibility. Well, on the okay, so this is the flood susceptibility of the portion of Misamis Oriental, but we will check with CMU. Where's CMU? Okay, so this is some CMU. Okay, this one, portion of CMU. Okay, then we can access also the landslide. We have landslide or land cover. Landslide. Landslide. Land cover 2010. This is landslide from MGB. Okay, this is landslide. Okay, then last the land cover 2010. We'll check. This is the land cover. Okay, so that's for the WMS and XYZ tiles. So some of the secondary data repositories using the GADDM and UP-NOAA. We can also use this one as reference for our activity. So for GADDM, so you just need to paste the link, and then we will access the admin boundary, no, of the Philippines. So click data, then of course the country, set the country, then Philippines. Then we will click the shapefile, okay, for download. Then this is GAD M41, then click save. Then you just need to locate that data and then transfer it to our exercise board, something here. Then we will export. Then we can add, no, some of those data, our QGIS. And by the way, I have shared a folder named exercise for data, which is I already downloaded and ready for you to load. No? So we have barangays, municipalities, provinces, and this is similar to GADDM, and of course the NOAA. So to access NOAA, we just need to copy the link, and then paste, and then proceed with the downloads, and then a separate tab will open containing the stored data. So they have hazard data on landslide, flood, and storm surge. So for Bukidnon, we will check. So say for example 100-year worst case scenario, say Bukidnon. Okay, just need to download this one. Click download, and then you can unzip that one and then save. You can store it in the exercise folder. So to display some of the data, I just need to remove this one. Okay, so we will add the different admin layers coming from exercise board. So first, barangay, just need to set the shapefile. Then barangay, click open, click add, and then municities, click municities, add, and then the provinces. Okay, so first let us check the barangays. So this is the barangay boundaries all throughout the Philippines. Okay, just need to edit the symbology, say outline, and then labels, then I believe name 3, then buffer, no, mask. Okay, so this is the barangay. About the municipalities, labels, name 2, symbology, yeah. We can set it to say red, and 5. Okay, so this is the municipalities and cities. And for provinces, we can set to black, and then 1. Forget the labels. Okay, and then set to name what? Buffer. Okay, so that's for the different administrative boundaries, but you can use the newly downloaded GADDEM. So actually it's the same, but the names of the file are based on code. So I believe 3 is the barangay, cities, and the provinces, and this is 0 is the whole boundary of the Philippines. Okay, another one is the hazards, no? Coming from the NOAA, so this is actually clip from the Bukidnon extent, no? Coming from UP NOAA. So to display that one, just need to add, okay, from flood, add and the landslide. Okay, so for the landslide, flood. Okay, so I have here the clip flood hazard data for CMU. So this is CMU. Let me edit the symbology. So this is CMU. Okay, so if you check the attribute table, it has a something 1, 2, 3 value, meaning low flood hazard, medium flood hazard, high flood hazard. So from a single color symbology, we need to set this one into 3 based on the different flood hazard. So to edit the symbology, properties, symbology, and then we set from single to categorized to display the different flood hazard levels. So we set var, click classify, and then you remove this all other by clicking this highlight and then click this minus, and then we start to edit the color by double clicking the icon and then simple fill. So the color is for low is yellow, and then solid stroke, we need to remove the stroke, so no pen or no line, click OK. Orange for medium, orange, okay, and then remove the line, no pen, and then red for this one, for the high or number 3, no line, no pen, and then we can edit the legend into low, medium, high. Okay, so you can see one, no? And then you can update or add the base map, okay, depending on your preference. And of course we can set the same for landslide, same process, categorize. So here we can use LH, classify, okay, so I have saved the different color for me to easily access the template colors. So high, okay, and then low, medium, low, medium, and high landslide hazard. Okay, so this is for the hazard, and then we can check the Google Earth satellite. Okay, then of course we can so these are the different hazard data coming from UP NOAA that is applicable to CMU extend. And of course, don't forget to add or to display the DEM, which is coming from the Open Topography. So to add layer raster, so this is the DEM. So we need to choose the TIFF. Okay, then we can add the Mindanao and Bukidnon DEM. Okay, add, close. We can off the CMUN. For the Mindanao, so this is the extent of DEM for Mindanao, and then we can set this one into Hillshade. Okay, and then we can have the duplicate for us to have the colors or color ramp to represent the different elevation. Bird color, and then we can set the transparency to say 16 or 17. Okay, so it shows the color of elevation based on the values, and of course the transparency to show the terrain effect or the hillshade. So you can have it with, say, municipios or provinces, for your screenshots later. Okay, and then if you need to access the DEM, this one, we can have the you just need to search the Google, say Open Topography to download, just in case you need to have the DEM aside from Mindanao. If you need some of Visayas and the Luzon, so you can access using the Open Topography. And of course, catalog, I believe this is catalog. And then just need to access the map, and then we will find the Philippines, and then some sort of, you need to download some of the specific portion only, say extent of Bukidnon. Okay, I just need to use this tool or button to select a region by drawing. So I just need to draw a polygon, so say this one, and then I just need to have a DEM, say 30 meter resolution. Okay, 30, and then so by using this extent, the website will now process the data, and then manual. So by using the map, the map uses the corners of the polygon. Okay, and then just need to have the format, so we can use the UTIF, the MDSM. Okay, and then we don't need the hillshade. Okay, so we just need to have our email, active email, to send the link of the processed DEM. Okay, submit. Okay, so we will wait for the confirmation if the data were already processed. extracting, so that the link will be sent on your email, or we can have it right here. So this is the link, so we can download the link and then then we will copy the downloaded data. Okay, this one, and then copy, cut, paste it here, and then export, unzip, then we can have now the data. Okay, let's try it. Raster, so this one. Okay, so this is the downloaded DM coming from, of course, Open Topography. So you can try it anywhere in Mindanao, and of course anywhere in the Philippines, and you can try it to other countries. Okay, and then the same format that we have in Mindanao and Bukidnon. Of course, this is Bukidnon. The same format, no? TIF format. Okay, so that is the DEM. So I believe those are some of the secondary data that can we access online, and we can visualize it using the QGIS application. And of course, you just need to have your screenshot here and provide some descriptions like XYZ tiles, the WMS layers, the secondary data download using the admin boundaries such as barangays, municipalities in provinces, and of course you can use the DEM as well. Okay, so if you have some questions and clarifications, please do contact on our GCs and drop a queries. So with that, thank you very much for listening and watching this video.